Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So today I will be setting up my October monthly layout page, and I've got some fun changes in store for this page. Stay tuned. All right, so we are going to be setting up, or I'll be setting up my October monthly page or monthly layout page for October. And I'm going to kind of change it up a bit. While the sections that I was using was working for me, I kind of just want to change it up because that's what we do when we plan. We test different systems, see how it works, and even if it works, sometimes we change it, see if there's a better option out there. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I've already pulled out my pages, and I am going to pull in some stickers. So for this page or pages, I have a couple different books. I've got, of course, the fall book. So if you haven't caught my past two videos, you will, or if you have, more to the point, you will have noticed that I've been using this book mainly because, again, use the stickers. I am sticking with a theme, and I'm going to use my stickers. Now, Halloween is typically, a day in 1 month, and we typically, well, I don't want to say typically because not everyone celebrates just that day. But for the most part, when it comes to Halloween things, I don't really use that theme anywhere, any other time of the year. So when it becomes October, I like to just kind of go full on Halloween and all things fun and candy. So that's why I'm sticking with this book. I'm going to get these stickers used. Obviously not all of them, but I'm going to keep drilling down on this book until I can get through the bulk of what I haven't been using. So as you know, I am doing this year, and I will continue to use the stickers. So in the context of that, my suggestion for you, another tip, is whether it be a holiday or a season or whatnot, choose a theme and then choose a book that has most of that theme in it, and then continue to drill down that book for a number of weeks or months or, dailies, and use those stickers. So that's another tip for getting those used. So I have this book, or books, I should say. There's two in here. I did pull out this Essential Holidays book. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. And then I have, of course, my ever steadfast Colorful Boxes sticker book, because I can't live without these. These are so versatile that I use them everywhere, whenever I can. So I've got those as well. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to get these sticker books out of the way a little bit. I'm just going to kind of tuck them down farther. So as you know, with the monthly layout, we have 2 pages and lots of space to work in. The monthly layout to me is really a dashboard. So it's a dashboard that catapults what I will do for each week. It's a kind of like a goals or a guideline for what I'm going to get done. So as you know, I always change up these headers. I never keep them the same. I may do it from month to month for a few months in a row, but for the most part, I'm always changing them up. And that's what I'm going to do today. So to get started, I'm going to use my whiteout tape, and I'm going to start taking out these headers because I do know I'm going to change them. So I have no need to keep them. And I'm also going to be doing, again, changes. Not only am I shuffling some things around, I'm going to change something else on this page to make it more useful to me. So I've got 2 more here to go, and then this here. And when you cover things up like this and you want to put a header in, that's where the Colorful Boxes comes into play if there's not boxes within the sticker book you're using. So the other thing, I'm going to do this now so you'll kind of get a hint as to what I'm doing. I'm going to use my tape again, and I am going to cover this up. So I'm just gonna first do the words, and then I'm gonna kind of like wonkily, if that's a word. let's just use it as a word. It's not a real word. Get around this. Oh, you know what? Maybe instead of the tape, I won't be so wonky about it. As you know, I like the word wonky. I'll use my number 10 Jelly Roll pen so that I can clear the border of this oval. So this was a quote area, but I'm going to use it for something different. Okay, so the good news about doing that now is that I won't have to worry about it later. And then I'm also pulling back over my tape, and I'm going to cover this up as well. I've got this all being changed up. Okay, so with my past spreads, I did, of course, as you know, a theme. I like to do a theme. It keeps me on focus and, you know, kind of really narrows down all the options that I have so that I can really focus in and get done what I need done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the fall book, and I'm going to pull out, I marked already a bunch of the pages that I wanted to use. Hopefully to, you know, pare down how much time it's taken me to get these done. So, also, in case I hadn't mentioned it already, which I don't think I did, this theme is going to be bats. Maybe bats and cats, but for sure bats. So I have pulled out some washi. Along with the stickers, it's use your washi. I definitely need to get that used a little bit more. As you know from my tour, I have quite a bit of washi. And so it's just time to use it all. So I'm going to use this month in the sidebar. And just to give it a little more color, use the stickers. And it kind of just falls into play with my look. So I don't want to cut off the letters in any way. I just mainly want to make sure it's going to be straight. Okay. I like that better. Like it just stands out more. All right, so I am going to then, I'm just going to take a peek at the other, there was one main box that I wanted to make sure I got in. Of course, as you know, here is the purple bats, so that's where the purple's coming from. But they're more decorative. They're not really the function part of it. I'm just looking to see what this one was. I think this was the box I was going to use. Okay, coffee. All right, just getting reacclimated to my sticker idea. I'm going to put this over here. Actually, get those out of the way for now. I am going to try and use them simply because, again, I need to use the planner supplies. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to find a box. I am putting a box over here because I'm going to use that space for function instead of just having it sitting out there. And since, you know, we're kind of in the Halloween, I'm going to go with the black. And I just am looking for a long box, or not the long sidebar box. So like one of these. So all I need is one of these. And it is lined, and I think that's okay. I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one on. And let me turn this upside down because I am still going to use these headers here. So I don't really want to use those up. Okay, or impede on that space. So I just have to make sure this is just barely going to cover it. So I'm probably going to do some kind of decoration. That being said, before I stick this down then, what I'm going to do is use my mild liner brush. And I'm just going to highlight this area over here, because these are where the titles for my sections are going to be. So for what I'm using those trackers for. And what's nice is I'll be able to use my zig dotter to color in the dots. So now that I know what space I have available for the header, I know, because I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm going to try and get this on as straight as possible. Because as you know, once you stick it down on one of these whited out areas, it doesn't look so well. Okay, I think that's straight. I hope that's straight. But it is, wherever it is where it's going to have to be now, because I can't pick that up. So what I'm going to do to fill in the space up here is I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my little bats. These cute little bats. Not so scary bats. And let's see. I'm going to put 2 over here because there's a little one. Let me use him too. Okay. And then what I'll do for what I'm going to use this box for, I will script that in on the side. So going back, okay. So those are my decorations. I do know that I'm going to use, I just need to find the box. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to be using this bat box over in my biggest area over here. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to get this in right down here. All right. Oops. I'm just going to try and keep them centered in the screen because I am going to kind of jump around based on what I'm going to need and where. And so I'm just going to kind of keep them as best as I can in view. So there's my bats. And then I'm going to grab this here. So it's kind of bats with color. So it's going to have still that purple vibe. Still tying in the original currently page, which was purple. So I'm going to pull off this sticker, which I'm going to put down here, which is usually an area I do a quote in. So I'm just going to kind of tuck this. Let me see here. Oop, not there. Oh, guess what? I guess it's going there. Well, and see, sometimes that's what happens. That's not where it was supposed to go, but that's where it's going to go. Maybe that was where it was meant to be. Either way, I can't change it now. Okay, so now I am going to, I know what these are going to be over here. I'm going to start getting in some headers because I'm going to also do something different here. I'm going to pull this out, my ruler. I'm going to pull out my purple micron as well as my black micron. Now I don't have purple boxes like this, which would have been nice. I would have liked to have used those as headers. So I'm going to go back to my colorful boxes. And I think I'm still going to stick with, even though this is purple foil and this has got some gold in it, I think I'm going to stick with the black and use these skinny headers, these here. And I'm going to get some headers in. All right. And this box, I am going to split. Okay, so this box is going to be for something specific. But what I'm gonna do, because I need to cover this line up, I'm gonna pull back out my Jelly Roll pen, and I am going to cover this line up. Okay. I think I need to get some more of those. Definitely running out of ink. All right, so this one is going to be, so here's what I'm doing with this. I plan to create a single section between these two. So what I want to do is put down here a separation. So for that, I'm going to use the purple. Just some purple washi to separate the two. Oops. All right. And then I just want to define the unity between these two boxes. This is going to be one big area. So to do that, I'm going to just connect the boxes together just by simple line. All right, so there's a lot of lines going on in this one area, but I can't change that layout, so it is what it is. Now this one bar, I think I'll leave it. I was thinking of, you know, taking my Jelly Roll on that, but I think I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so let me keep going. And then, oops, bringing back over my boxes. I've got a label for this. All right. And I'm actually going to use a bigger box up here. And I'm going to center this box as best as I can. I'm going to get these out of the way. I think I'm done. Oh, I might need one more. So let's see. Not too crooked, but good enough, I guess. Okay, moving on. Not gonna try and worry about perfection. While I like my boxes to be straight, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. All right, last box is going to go down here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and kind of label what each of the areas were supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to close this for the moment just so I can kind of tuck it away. It is kind of in my way. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of tuck those up there. All right, so now I'm going to go through, I'm going to label everything. But first what I want to do is bring over, let's see, I'm going to bring over my brushes and my purple zig dotter. Okay, so for this one over here, I think I'll do purple. I was going to do gray, but I think I'll stick with the purple. All right, and I'm going to do newsletter. This is now my newsletter box, at least for this month. All right. So that's going to be newsletter. And let's see if I got, yes, I got the black one. This is going to be Instagram. And then over here, I'm going to do like I did in the past spreads. I'm going to decorate this newsletter up a little bit. All right. And, oh, so here's what I'm doing here. I used to previously have this whole area dedicated to YouTube. And over here, I had kind of varied it up over the months. But what I'm going to do is switch this. So now this whole box here is going to be YouTube. In fact, I'm going to use one more box because I have two things going on in here. And I'll explain as soon as I get this box on. I was going to leave it off, but then I decided I'm going to put it in anyway. All right. So here's how my thought process is. I am going to use this whole area for YouTube. Up here is going to be just basically a note section where I can put ideas and such. And then down here is where I'm going to do notes or the posted videos. So this is, and I'm not going to spell it out, I'm just going to abbreviate. This is going to be YouTube ideas. And then this is going to be YouTube videos. And that just means these are the ones I'm going to actually tape or record and post. And then down here, I'm going to also have Facebook. All right, and then before I go on to the next page, I'm going to use my zig dotter to fill this in. And the reason I split the box is because I'm basically going to create enough area for doing all these videos. So let's see. I want to make sure I don't mess up with the ink. They're not going to be exactly right with the other one, but I'll do the best I can. Okay. And they won't have the outline around them, but that's okay because this is really about functionality. All right, so moving over here, this is going to be blog and store. So this is my Behind the Designs blog and the store. All right. Now what's going to happen is, so this area is going to be for the blog. This area is going to be for the store. So it will be all in this area. It's just I'm going to split them in these boxes. And let's see, this one is going to be Creative Planning Expressions. And then this is purely notes. All right, I am loving this. So I'm going to enhance this font a little bit more using my hard tip Fudenosuke pen, brush pen. So all I'm going to do is just put a little bit more of a heavy hand to the printed words. All right, so this is essentially my layout. This is what I needed to get down in order to do what I need to do. So to dress it up just a little, and I'm not done with decoration, I am going to add a bit of washi. So I'm going to take this big, so these are bats. They're a big black and white printed washi tape. I think this was probably the first year I didn't really do a whole lot of not black and orange. So I really incorporated the purple. I'm measuring for both for a reason. And then I'm going to trim it down. Just kind of split it in half, tear it down. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one over here. And yes, the bats are upside down, but I'm not worried about it. It's just decoration. Trim this off. Yeah, it's just to, you know, kind of give it a little bit of a vibe. And then I think what I want to do, because this is, I white taped it, I'm going to put a little bit up here as well. Same thing, I'm just going to rip it in half. And then I'm going to put it across the top on each side. Just a cute little bat decoration. And then I just, even though these boxes are together, but because there's a line, I just kind of want to cover it up a bit. So I'm going to bring this purple tape over here. And actually I'm going to give it a straight edge because I'm going to go right up to this. All right, super cute. However, I see I have purple over here. I need to get some purple over here. It looks off to me. So I am going to put some in each of these boxes. Not fully measured out or anything, just kind of organically ripped. All right, I think I have all of it over here, or not. I'm gonna do this. One more, I lied. I'm gonna connect to this to up here. All right, now I'm done with the washing. Okay, so now comes the part where it's kind of the fun part. And I'm gonna put, so there's a lot of purple. I think I'm just gonna stick with purple. Instead of introducing two different colors, I'm gonna stick with purple. I'm gonna give these numbers a little bit of color. Okay. So now the fun starts and we get to decorate, or at least throw in some bats, right? Because that's really what it's about. I want to get in that Halloween look. So I have only one more bat from the fall sticker book, which I'm trying to keep in frame along with this, but it's not working out. So I've got one more bat, and since I have something over here, I'm going to balance it out and get something over here. And then I'm going to take, in this page, or on this page I should say, there are some little stars. I'm going to take some of those. And just scatter them around. And let's see, let's throw in here. And then I'm also going to take this little cloud and bring that up here. Just for fun. Okay. So let me make sure there was no other ones I was going to use. Okay, so none others from there. And then I've got this out. So this one has a few more bats in it. I don't want to use them all because I'm going to use these for whatever I use on this spread. But there's even like these cute little ghosties. Let's see. What have I got here? There's a group of bats and then a single bat. So I think I'm going to use this smaller single one. And I'm going to bring one over here somewhere. Let's bring it here. And then I kind of like these little like sparkle things. So I didn't think to look in this book yesterday about how cute is this spider with a candy corn. I could have used that yesterday in my candy corn theme. And I say yesterday because I actually, for once, I'm trying to get ahead. And I am working on banking some videos. Okay, so these are the little sparkles I was talking about. And I just think they're the cutest. I'm going to try and put them in a few different locations. Just for decoration. I don't want to use them all. Just a little bit here and there. Okay, I'm only going to use two. I think I don't want to use too many. And then I'll put this one right here. Okay. So, I think I'm liking where it's at. Okay, so there we go. This is my October monthly layout in my classic Happy Planner Frankenplanner. And I did switch it up a bit. I kind of like it. I don't know if I like the decoration more. I felt like when I did the month page, you know, the two-page spread, that it was kind of like a Halloween candy barf. It felt a little cluttered for me. But I like how it gives me the space I need, but it's simple enough. And I'm looking forward to jumping right in and using it. So I hope you have enjoyed watching me set up my monthly layout pages, and that I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create your beautiful life one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.